Hi everyone, it's unexpected mail time and it's going to be a quick one. So we've only got 4 packages today. I'm going to leave this one and this one to last. Let's actually start with this one first. This is quite heavy and it's going to be a little bit awkward to open. It's not electronics based, but it's still exciting for me. It's actually some acrylic, and it's for the next revision of my sub counter, which is over there. What's different about this acrylic, you're only going to be able to see because it's coated, or the top ones are. So this is a special black. This is translucent black, so it's not a solid black, it's actually a tinted black, so I should be able to see colour through it. I'm excited to try that one out. And then of course I've got this, which is frosted glass. Supposed to be frosted glass. Bit of a scratch on it there. It's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, it is frosted. So it's a frosted white instead of a completely gloss white like some counter at the moment, or completely transparent. The idea is to be able to see even more through it, maybe. I don't know, it's got the backing on. So there's just some acrylic, nothing overly exciting for you guys yet. Exciting for me because I get to turn it into some product. Next, this package here. This has arrived from the UK. This was a Kickstarter. Oh, not a Kickstarter, sorry, this is an Indiegogo campaign, I believe. Yes, it is. This is the EXEN Mini. This was a campaign that was supposed to be, it was advertising this as the smallest breadboard compatible microcontroller around. Originally it was called the Atom X1, I think, when the campaign started, but it's now called an EXEN Mini. It's upside down. So this is a Cortex M0. It's got a USB, micro USB on it. It's breadboard friendly. I'm going to open it up. I don't even know if you can see it clearly through the packaging right now. Wow, there it is. This is Cortex M0. You can see it. It's got USB. It's pretty much like a standard feature set for Cortex M0. It's got PWMs, I think 8 PWMs. It's got 6 ADCs. It's got it supports between 3 and 20 volts. So yeah, this is tiny. I'm going to have a play with that at some point. It was at the time touted as the smallest, but I believe there is another microcontroller board on the way that is even smaller. I'm not sure what the need to make the smallest ever microcontrollers are, but there's a lot of people trying. Okay, that's that. Now, the 2 most exciting packages I have today. This first one is from Adafruit. Yay! There's a nice way to open it. Here we go, at the front. I might just cut it. It's the first time I've got a package from them that hasn't been in a box. It's because I didn't order a lot of stuff. But I did order some stuff. What have I got in here? Is that it? I think that is it. I have got wow, these are packaged nicely. I've got NeoPixel Mini RGB LEDs in black and in white. And these are, let's open these up. These are 3535 size. These are test ones to go on my Neo 7 segment Revision 2 boards. As you can see, they're quite small. I might have a, no I don't. I thought I had a 5050 pixel lying around, but I don't. So I was going to show you a size difference. Anyway, I've got them in white, and I've got some in black. That's not it. There we are. That's a lot of rubbish. Let me just move this rubbish out the way. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we've got 10 black and 10 white. They're just test ones that I can use on my boards. While I was at it, I got myself two things. What's that? Oh, that's my servo FeatherWing. Oh, I forgot I ordered that. So this is a FeatherWing for the Adafruit Feather M0. Well, I've got an M0, a few different M0 types. There's obviously lots of different feathers. And this is actually a servo wing. So it lets you connect lots of different servos. And it's got a servo controller on here. And so it sits either on top of a feather, or you can just wire up however you want. But it's feather compatible layout. And I have some projects coming up where I want to control a bunch of servos. So that's what that's for. And this one here is, what is this? This is my proximity light sensor. So it's a multi-sensor. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's quite small. All of this stuff is so small. So this is an APD S9960. It's a proximity light RGB and gesture sensor. And that thing in the middle here, right there, I'm pointing it with my knife, is a tiny little color sensor, color/light sensor. And what it can do inside it, it can actually read info from the corners of it. So it can actually track things like gesture by recognizing which order the sensors go off. It's crazy. There's lots of information on the Adafruit website about it. So I've got some cool things planned for that. Okay, I have ripped the bags in such a way that I can't get things back inside them easily. Oh well, let's just move everything to the side. Now, the star of the show today is this from PCBWay. This came yesterday during my live stream. Haven't even opened them yet, I'm doing it now. This is PCBs. That looks wrong. Okay, well, these look wrong already, which is not good. But for test boards maybe, the center of these are supposed to be cut out. And I can see that the markings are here to cut them out. You might be able to see in the reflection. There's board markings there to cut them out, but they're not cut out. That's actually a mistake. I'll have to speak to PCBWay about that to find out why they are actually incorrect. But I've got 10 of them, so at least I can test. I mean, I can still use them, assuming they work. It's just that they're supposed to be hollow. How's that? 5. I wonder if I can break the 5-digit subcounter. So, this is the redesign. So, revision 2018-2. I've put the open source hardware logo on there because I am going to be open sourcing these designs. So you'll be able to grab the Eagle files or the Gerber files and modify them, print them off, make your own PCBs if you want to, or you'll be able to buy them from me. I'm excited about these. I need to use those with my new 3535s that go in here for the decimal point. As you can see, nice and small. And a normal 5050 size to go everywhere else. I need to put some boards together and see if they work. But I'm quite disappointed about the insides. I don't understand why they've not been cut out. Okay, I'll have to look at my Eagle files and find out what's going on. Anyway, that's it. It's, as I said, there's going to be a quick unexpected mail today. Going to get onto these boards. I'm going to see if they work and then do an update and let everyone know the state of them. And just as I finish recording, the doorbell goes and the mailman arrives with a new package. And as I was cleaning up the rubbish, I felt something inside the Adafruit bag and I shook it out and nothing fell out. So I stuck my hand in and these two servos were stuck to the inside of the plastic bag. So I almost threw them out. So interestingly, it was actually on my list as 2 items, 2 servos, but they're marked in red and I assumed I just wasn't sent them, where everything else was marked in blue. But they were in the bag. So these are what's called sub-micro servos. So they're really, really small. It's the SG51R. I think they've got about a 160 or 180 degree rotation on them. And they're little tiny ones. So these are to go along with the servo FeatherWing that I got. It was earlier on in this video. So I'm looking forward to playing with those. Whoops. And this package here. Let's find out what's inside it. I think I know. Okay. Thank you for your business. Don't forget to leave feedback. Susruth. Susruth? Well, okay, however you pronounce that. So this is an order from eBay. It's interesting packaging. Pull these apart. Okay, let's start with this one first. This is for my Ultra Eyes project. That one over there. This was suggested by David Watts from the YouTube channel David Watts. I mentioned on my ultrasonic eyes video that I was going to put a button in so I could change what eyes were currently being shown, and he suggested to use a capacitive touch sensor. So the link he sent me was for a pack of 10 for like $3, which I've actually ordered, but the quoted delivery time is like 5 weeks, and who wants to wait 5 weeks? So I found an Australian seller, and this is a different model, much more expensive. This was almost $5 just for one. But the idea is I'm going to see if I can mount this just above here, but on the inside, and see whether this is thin enough to do capacitive touch. And if it will, then the idea is that you just touch the top and change which eyes are being shown. So I'm going to have a play with that. What model is it? It's a, doesn't say, I can't remember. I think it's a, don't quote me, something like a TP223 or a TTP223, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to have a play with that. What else is in here? Yes. So I mentioned on my live stream the other day when I was changing my time timer, my microcontroller board, and I was adding a MOSFET on there, I mentioned that I'd never actually played with MOSFETs before. And I don't understand how I could have been playing with the electronics for so long and not have played with MOSFETs. So what I've done, obviously my board that I was working on is a surface mount board. So I've got some surface mount MOSFETs on the way, but in the meantime, I got myself some MOSFETs and some transistors. I have no idea which ones are which because it's a bit hard to see, but I believe these two are MOSFETs, N-channel MOSFETs, and these two are NPN transistors. And I got them just so I can play with them, so I can put them on a breadboard and, you know, I know how they work. I understand how transistors and MOSFETs work, but I've just never actually implemented one. So I thought it was about time I did that. So they're the extras. I've got my touch sensor, I've got my MOSFETs, transistors, and my little servos. Thanks for watching. Please like if you feel like liking. Do a thumbs down if you think it's worth a thumbs down. Please leave comments, ask questions, and share my videos around if you'd like to. Your support really helps me. Thanks very much. Take care. Till next time. Bye.